NicNackers. So I just wanted to show you what I have going on today. I was blessed by my mom with some fruit, and some of it I'm making for her, and some of it I'll be making for myself. So let me just show you what we got going on here. So we have some raspberries in this bag. 3 bags of peaches. Oh, those are some beets, which I'll roast for dinner tonight. Some pitted cherries, some huckleberries, and some strawberries. And I don't always trust these bags, so that's why I have it in this bag here. So my mom loves huckleberries, and these are hard to come by for us, and when they are easy to come by, they are very expensive. So this I'm going to be setting aside to make her some huckleberry jam. And then I haven't decided yet if I want to do like a combo of peach raspberry or strawberry peach or just peach, or what I'm going to be doing with that. So I'm going to look up some recipes and find out some jams and stuff that I can make with that. But I also wanted to take you over here and show you, I got out some rib steaks and some ground beef because I got a sun oven. I found one on Craigslist. I've been wanting one for years. And instead of just showing you the meat, let me get that sun oven out, and I will take you along for what I'm going to be doing today. All right, so let me show you what I have going on here. I've got the sun oven set up, and I'm hoping that I set it up right. It says that you're supposed to make sure that the shadows on each side are even. Oh, that might be, well, I think that looks okay. And then you tilt it so that the shadows in the front and back are even. Now that looks a little off to me now, but when I was standing behind it, it looked okay. But I'm going to try that. It's heating up. It's already, what, 175. So I'm going to let that heat up for half an hour or so, and I'm going to get my meatloaf mixed up, and then I'll bring you back. All right, so let's see where we're at right now. And we are at about 275. So I have my meatloaf mixture here. Got that up and in the pan that came with it. And I actually think there might be, probably should have brought my gloves out here. But I think there might be another pot that goes with this that they didn't give me, but that's okay. You can see the bottom had some stuff in it. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I was too excited to use it, so I'm just going to put that in there, and we're going to let that go until I check the temperature of the meat, and it looks good. So I just wanted to show you guys where we're at right now. As you can tell from those reflectors moving, it's getting kind of windy out here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to leave it. It's been out for a couple of hours. But I was going to show you where we're at with temperature. Look at that. We're at 300 degrees. So that's pretty exciting. Anyway, I'm going to let that go for a little while. I'll keep an eye on these and make sure the wind isn't getting too strong. I think we're getting pretty close to where I might have to take it out and finish it in the oven, but I'll let you know. All right, so let me show you the meatloaf. I have the thermometer stuck in the middle of the meat. It's at 140, which is rare, but I'm going to put the top on, and I'm going to let it sit here for a little while, and it'll cook a little bit longer while it's sitting in the hot pan. So anyway, there you go. First meal out of the sun oven. I have au gratin potatoes in there right now, so I'll show you those when they come out. First one I'm going to be making here is peach jam. So I have 4 cups of peaches, and I'm going to get those in my pot. And I didn't use a knife and cut them up. So what I think I'm going to do is take a potato masher and just mash those up really good. And I need to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and some pectin and sugar. So let's see here. Let me read the directions. Let's see. This is specifically for the sweet cherry jam, but these are the other options it gives you, and I'll show you. This is the book that I'm getting the recipe out of. So we put the fruit, everything in, whisk in pectin, bring to a boil, and then add all the sugar. So I'm going to get the lemon juice and the pectin in there, mash up my peaches really well, and I will bring you back. All right, so here are my 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I need to add in my pectin. Oh gosh, it's way in the back. I'm gonna have to turn on our burner. And we need to add 6 tablespoons of pectin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to do just a smidge more just to make sure there's enough in there. All right, so I had mashed up my peaches. These are frozen peaches from my mom, as I said at the beginning of the video. And she blanched her peaches, and so between blanching and freezing, they were very, very soft. So they broke apart super easy. So my guess is even through this cooking process, they're gonna mash up really well again. And I'm not sure, it kind of tasted like maybe she had put some citric acid in with them. So I probably didn't need to add the lemon. All right, so my camera was full of video, so I had to go and delete some. But I think I was saying that I probably didn't need to add the lemon juice, but since I'm not for sure whether she put citric acid with them or not, I am going to go ahead and add the lemon juice. I think there's enough sugar that will be okay. And now I need to work on getting that out. Where did I get? I had a spoon out here. All right, so we're getting that to a boil. Looks good. All right, once that's up to boiling really good, I'll start adding my sugar. So some people have it already but my sugar is right here, so I'm just gonna start adding in the sugar once I see that it's back up to a good boil. And this calls for 5 cups of sugar, so I'm gonna start adding my sugar in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. We're going to get that going. That sugar will melt. turn into liquid. And we're going to get it back up to a boil again, and it's going to need to boil for at least a minute. And then we will be ready to start putting it in the jars. And unfortunately, my burner's still broken. So I will be moving this over once I know the jam is done, and then putting my canner over on this burner and putting it in that way. So the jam might kind of cool a little bit, but I have my burner or my canner on a small burner with the heat on, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Eric and I went and looked at gas stoves the other day, so I think we have gas available. And currently our hot water heater, I think, is gas, and our furnace is gas. So I think we're going to convert our stove to gas as well, and I'm kind of excited about that. Have the nice heavy duty grates on it, and that'll be very nice. Although I will tell you, a little bit of sticker shock at how expensive stoves are. The first one we looked at was a apparently someone had ordered it and they either didn't like it or it was wrong or something. $1,600. I couldn't believe it. I told my husband, I don't know, I'm just not sure that I want to spend that much money. So we started looking around and found a bare bones one for about $400. And I said, you know, I mean, I don't mind spending just the $400, but I would like a little nicer stove than that, and the oven and all that good stuff. So we found one for about $700, and it has the nice grates, and in the center it comes with a griddle, so that, you know, if you want to do pancakes or grilled cheese sandwiches, you know, something that takes the griddle. I can actually now get rid of my electric griddle that I use on the counter, which is nice because Jacob can take it back with him when he goes back to school. So anyway, I don't know when we're going to do that, but hopefully soon, because it would be nice to have, you know, 4 working burners again and 2 of the big ones. We'll see. This one, I don't know if any of you have convection ovens, but the one I'm looking at has a convection oven, which I think is kind of cool. I don't know how often I'll use it. You know, sometimes you think you'll use something and you don't. But if it's really all it's hyped up to be, maybe I would use it more often. So look at that. We're at a boil that I cannot stir down. So I'm going to turn it down just a tad, because it doesn't have to be, it just has to be at a rolling boil. So turn that down just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer. Let's see, I'm going to use my, if I can figure out the one on my microwave, since you're sitting right up there. I don't want to reach over and get popped by my jam. There we go. So we're going to let it go for a full minute. I'm going to turn it down just a bit again. Oof, it's hot. I haven't even checked to see if you guys are steaming up. You might be steaming up and not even be able to see anything. In which case, I might be redoing a video for you. Doing maybe a different fruit, since I have so many I need to do anyway. And I measured out the huckleberries for my mom's jam. And I need, let's see, how many berries did I need? I either needed 4 or 5 cups Currently, I just have 2, but I did find a recipe for mulberry jam. I don't know how different those are, but that recipe only needs 3 cups of berries. So I need another cup of a berry to make up the difference for that. So I have a message into my mom whether she wants strawberries or raspberries, or maybe she wants to do kind of a peach. So we'll see what she says. Or cherries. I think she gave me the cherries too. So, oh shoot, I forgot the timer on the microwave is on silent, so that when the kids use it when I'm in bed, or if Eric's working nights, it doesn't go off. So it's done. Let me turn that off. Oh no, it hadn't even gone. Wow, that's weird. Well, apparently I don't know how to use my timer, but worst case, this is cooking for longer than what it actually needs. That's a-okay. And with jams, you want to make sure that you are by the pot. Do not leave it at a boil and go to walk off. Make sure you've peed before you start this process. Make sure the kids know that once this is going, you cannot help them until it's done, because you do not want your fruit burning to the bottom of your pan. What a shame that would be. And I can already tell how thick this is. This is going to be so nice. I think one of my next investments will be a thermometer, because it seems like a lot of jam makers use, they know when their jam is ready based on temperature, and I don't have a thermometer that goes up that high. So I need to look into getting one. Oh, there it goes. It's done now. It has been going for over a minute now, obviously. So we should be good to go. All right. So let me get things resituated and I will bring you back. All right, so let's stir that up, and I can tell you guys it is already starting to set. So I think it's going to turn out fantastic. And my mom gave me this cute little ladle. Isn't that adorable? And I said, you know what? I think that would work great for my jams and jellies. And I think it will. It's so much nicer than that big old, not that I don't love that, because that's actually my favorite ladle. It's great, but this is really nice for the jams and jellies, I think. So jams and jellies need to be 1/4 inch headspace. So let me make sure that that is where I want it to be, and that's a little crooked. I need to fix my washcloth. Let me put just a little bit more in there. Then I need to wash off my top. You guys know the drill. And I have stuff all over my counters, you guys. This is kind of ridiculous. I've made a huge mess between all of my plans and things I've been working on today. Kind of ridiculous. But that's just how it is when you're spending time in the kitchen, I think. All right, so let me go. I forgot to get my rings, so let me grab those real quick. All right, there's that. Get my lid and ring on. Hold on, that is hot. Kind of crooked. All right, might be hard to show you guys while you're there. I have you at a different angle today, so I'm going to get that in. And I am going to continue filling jars. All right, so let's see. We have 2, 4, 6 half pints of peach jam in the canner. And get the lid on, turn that up. Let me tell you, it is so good. Delicious. I told Becca I think that was my favorite so far. And there's a little bit left in there. I'm going to scrape that out, and we'll enjoy that. We have some biscuits left over, so we'll enjoy it on some biscuits. And let's see, I need to figure out how much time those are going to go for. Hold on one second. All right, so it says to process for 10 minutes. So we'll be going for 15 for our altitude once they get to boiling, and I'll bring you back when they're out.